Mayor, you crazy.
Bitch, I'm in the hood, I never leave, that's on my set. Stepping on a pussy nigga, put my foot up on that neck. Gave a fuck about a thought, she put up in, she gave me neck. Pussy, I'm a bang Thursday, put a nigga to rest. Looking for ops, talking shit, I pit that pussy nigga to rest. We ain't talking to police, ain't no S up on my chest. Sipping walk, not no qualities. Nah, you can't get a line, and bitch, if you ain't fucking, you wasting your own fucking time. I'm from the dot, I'm sending shots at anybody. If
Check.
Somebody, it just can't be anybody.
It's the run your mouth.
Through the section with these webs who really stepping. Big case, who funkin' with me is the real question. Smacking nigga up, I'll leave that nigga too. It's better ask about Lil.
Shout out to Lil Casey. It's the Run Your Mouth podcast, episode 35, bitch.
We ain't speaking to the ops, we just gon' stand back. If that nigga say he bout that action, we ain't stand back. RP to Josh, we for sure gon'
We just getting adjusted. Y'all give me time.
On the neck. We don't do that. I just tell it like it is and not what it was. I'm steady throwing up my hood in the ops hood. If you think I'ma jet with you, you out your motherfucking mind. I keep the chopper with stick, try to knock a fuck nigga out his mind. I ain't talking to police, they just wasting they fucking time. If I get caught again, I'ma have to sit down and do my time. Been a minute, I've been tripping with my old heads. I keep this child with this 30, I'm trying to knock dread.
Hey, artists, y'all can send y'all music in to runyourmouthkc@gmail.com. That's Run Your Mouth KC. Run your mouth, not your. If we like your shit, nigga, we'll play your shit. If we don't like your shit, we won't play your shit, nigga. Those are the rules. Okay? Now y'all give us some.
Mayor, you crazy.
Yo, welcome back. This is the Run Your Mouth podcast. I am your host, Matt Marlin, episode 35. Now, it's been a while. I almost gave up on doing these episodes, interviewing, setting up appointments to interview people. The shit is just too hard. I got too much shit going on. But I finally got episode 35 down. I got Skatterman. I ain't got him on the line yet. He actually ain't hit me back yet. I think I'm just going. I'm going to give him a few more minutes. I'm going to go and try to shoot this nigga down. Skatterman, man. If you from Kansas City and you know your rap history, shit. We smoke on that Clan pack, man. What's them three niggas' name to kill Ahmaud Arbery? We smoking on them niggas tonight.
Mayor, you crazy.
Bitch, I'm in the hood, I never leave that.
But yeah, man, Skatterman and Snug Brim. Anybody who know about Skatterman and Snug Brim and what they mean to strange music. The title of today's episode is Life After Strange. Strange music to me is a legendary, epic, vanguard record label for the Kansas City area, and those are the terms that I like to use and I want to put in. But we got to get somebody who was signed to Strange and who is no longer on the Strange, and we want to keep the blood going good. We want to keep the energy positive. But I got to get this nigga on the phone so we get this show started. We got Lil Casey popping off in the background.
We ain't speaking to the ops, we just gon' stand back. If a nigga say he bout that action, why he ain't stand back? RP to Josh, we for sure gon' spin for that. I ain't even
y'all get Lil Casey, son.
Don't do that. I just tell it like it is and not what it was. I'm steady throwing up my hood and
Let's see if we can get Skatterman on the fucking line. Y'all cross y'all hoods, nigga. Check. We shoot for it. Hello.
What's up, man?
See, now, if this was 20 years ago and we called Skatterman, he would have been in the house whipping up that shit. But now this nigga's actually, he probably somewhere in a house whipping up a motherfucking house. Can y'all make some noise for Skatterman? Shit.
Yeah. Goddamn right, man.
What's the goddamn deal, brother? Huh?
What's the deal, man?
Well,
I'm trying to figure out the way to get to this 100 million.
let you know we're recording. We are live. The mics is hot. Anything we say on this motherfucker will be used against us in the hoods of laws, nigga.
Goddamn right. I already know. It's all good. Let's get it.
Skatterman, let me just start. Let me crack the ice just by saying, during this fucked up ass pandemic, Florona, Corona, Hood Rona, how have you and your family been? Let me just start there.
The family been, honestly, bro, thank you for asking. Shit, the family been like everybody else, is trying to figure out what the do's and don'ts is, you know, what the cans and can'ts is, you know what I mean, and try to have some type of normalcy throughout that shit. Thanksgiving, you know, fucked up. You can't go be around your loved ones, or ain't supposed to be. Everybody beefing within each other about who vaxxed and who ain't.
Right.
Who should be shit, well, all that crazy shit. So
what kind of phone you on, brother?
Same old, man. You know, how about you?
What kind of phone you on?
iPhone.
Okay, where you at? You sounded kind of muffly duffly on me, man. Let's get him straight now. Where you at, man? You deep in the basement in the cave and shit in the middle of the earth, nigga?
Yeah.
You know how you be in the middle of the earth and shit.
Yeah, I'm moving around. You hear me? You got me now?
I got you, man.
Okay,
Scat.
Yeah, everybody good? How about yours?
Yeah, we good, man. We trying to get through it, man. We getting it how we live, man. We blessed. You know, the earth belongs to us. You already know that.
Damn right.
Scat, so tell me, man, take me back before you was a rapper, before you decided to pick up the mic. What the fuck was Skatterman? What was Stacy doing before rap?
I mean, shit, trying to figure out how to eat, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out, when I say eat, not this rap nigga eat. I'm talking about literally eat. Figure out how we gonna get something in this empty ass refrigerator. You know, mom's had a nigga at 14, 15, pregnant at 14, had me at 15.
Hold on.
Shit, it was just me.
Run that back. You said, Mom, run that back for me, Stace.
Yeah, shit, mom's was pregnant with me at 14. She had me at 15.
Seriously, we record now. We getting this history.
Yeah. Damn right.
Skatterman's mom's was 14 when she had him.
Yeah, man. She turned 15. Got pregnant at 14. It was 15 by the time she had me. Nigga was 2 months premature. I was in a rush to get here and get to it. Shit. So born hella small. You know, did the old school incubator in the late 70s incubator before all the technology. So wifey always crack on me and she'd tell me I was twice baked. That's what's wrong with me. But on some real shit, man. Just had her. She had me so young, she didn't know shit. What did you know at 15?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of father or man would you be at 15 with a child to be responsible for? So,
right.
She was just trying to figure it out. You know, Granny and them all trying to like shun her and shoo her away. Like, you shouldn't have had the baby in the first place, or should have gave the nigga up for adoption. You know, you too young to raise him. So, my pops was 16, 17 at the time that I was born, so he wasn't around. Like, he called himself on a job corps, and just whatever their story is, however it transpired, never came back into my life. So it was just her.
Single household?
Damn right.
Okay. Same
and
here.
she ended up, you know, linking up with my stepfather, who's my little sister and brother's dad, for a while.
Hold on now. So that would make sense why. That would make sense why when you Skatterman looked like, you know, you kind of look like a death row security guard a little bit. You was the kid, the kid that stood up to mom's boyfriend is like, yo, ain't nobody gonna stand up to this nigga. Okay, well here I go. Let me. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up, and I can see that in you. So let's. Okay.
Niggas had to be like that. It ain't even no tough shit. It's just any boy to see that. I mean, if that don't kick in you, then
it's instincts, Scat.
From the same place. Damn right.
Instincts.
Damn right.
Carry on, man. Carry on with this story.
I mean, from there, nigga was just really real protective of her and making sure that she was good at all times. And as a kid, you don't got no bread, right? You don't making no money. Nigga, you ain't got no job. You in the 5th, 6th grade. You know, you don't know nothing about nothing. But at this time, you know, it's 88, 89. Shit is moving. Like, the streets is moving. Kansas City changing.
88, 89. Okay,
it's dope in the city. You know what I mean? This is when the gangs and the crack all hit at around the same time. I'm going through this shit in this personal situation.
So it's the late 80s in Kansas City.
Damn right. And it used to be we was outside playing wiffle ball and throwing the football and all that shit. Now you looking outside and it's, you know, young niggas 14, 15 with gold donkey ropes on looking like Run DMC
flat
out there with this white shit. Bro, they wasn't even flat topped up yet. That was 3-4 years later.
Okay.
It was all Caesar fades, all faded Caesar, still low Martin Luther King afros and shit. Niggas didn't have no swag yet.
Okay.
It wasn't no swag yet. It wasn't even none of that. Niggas was still corny as fuck, but just niggas had enough money to put the ropes on their neck looking like Run DMC. So it was really, that was where the influence was coming from as far as the look. At that time, you gotta think, West Coast hadn't blew up yet. Down South hadn't blew up yet. This was all East Coast Run DMC shit. Them was the only niggas that was really on at that time. Run DMC, EPMD, you know, them type of niggas is who you looking at. That's where that image came from at that time. So when you come outside, you broke. You seeing niggas doing something, you don't know what they doing. They got this white shit in these little butterfly baggies that look like soap, but you don't know what it is yet. It's not a common thing.
Bass rock, nigga!
You know what I'm talking about? So at that time, niggas was riding around with that shit getting pulled over by the police, and the police didn't know what it was. They was letting them go. It wasn't common knowledge yet what was going on. So
you off the porch at this time, Scat, or you still on the porch?
Nah, I'm on the porch. I'm looking though. Because I'm trying to fix it. We hungry and niggas is out there with wads. Niggas is going to fast food. You gotta think, man, how we was going, niggas wasn't going to McDonald's every day or every week.
Right.
Like that shit wasn't fast food. It was like a goddamn,
right. That was a fantasy.
That shit was like a field trip. You know what I mean? If you got to get that shit, it was like, damn, somebody must have hit the lottery or, you know, some shit like that. This nigga was outside eating McDonald's and shit on the street corner.
All right, talk to me,
nigga. Young nigga walking through the hood, you know, some of the OGs, you know, kind of peep the nigga out like, man, what the fuck you got going on? What you doing out here? Why you hanging out? Where your mama at? That type of shit.
Hold on, let me red light you, Scat. So you would agree that during our time, niggas who was born in the 70s, we do come from a time where when we was walking through the block, there was OGs standing out there would stop you, pull you to the side, and try to at least little bit try to get you back on the right track. You would agree to that shit, right?
It ain't even no try. The OGs were I came up off of 68th and Prospect. At that time, that's where I was. I lived down north and all that shit before. But at that time period, in that 87, 8, 89, I was at Granny's house in that neighborhood at 68th and Prospect, that area right there. And them niggas, Michael Ford, Willie Wells, Gilbert Dowdy, all them niggas was kind of in that south part of Kansas City on the Missouri side. Yeah, that's how they handle themselves. Like, first of all, you too little to be out here. Why the fuck you still outside after the street lights and you ain't doing nothing? You just outside wandering. Like, what you doing?
Right.
Let me holler at you. Why you ain't? What you doing? Where your mama at? Why you ain't in the house? What the fuck you doing? Oh, here, little nigga, you hungry? Here, take this $20, nigga. Don't take your ass in the house. Like, you ain't even supposed to be out here. They wasn't trying to draft niggas and bring them into that shit.
Right.
They wasn't trying to dummy move a nigga and say, take this gun and go nail him for me. They wasn't on that. They was on this grown man business. This for us, and you know, you keep little niggas out the way.
Right.
but I kept going out there every night because I want to see. And you know, one thing turned into another. Niggas, you know, kind of slid his way in under some of they underlings and start doing shit for them. And the next thing you know, shit, I am off the porch. But moms ain't gotta worry about this light bill. You start coming in that motherfucker 8, 9, 10 years old and your shit off, man, that shit'll change your. It's a hunger. I don't say hungry. I say hungry nigga with an O,
Right.
because that's what we was. And you
You,
know, so you just start being resourceful, trying to figure that shit out. You blend in, and the game comes from being around who you're around and being where you at. You gonna learn it. You just jump in the fucking ocean.
so how long was it? So what was it? I know you just named off a few rap OG legends, some golden era shit. So
But
at what point what did you hear to make you say you was ready to pick up the mic, or how long was it before you
I mean, I'll be honest, man. That shit went 7. That was in my, you know, we was in school. Niggas was always listening to the rap niggas. We was writing poetry. We was, you know, beatboxing and shit. Fat Boys. You gotta think all the early influence came from the East Coast. Wasn't nothing else going on nowhere. This
right?
shit started in New York. I don't give a fuck with nobody talking about who the greatest is. Who started it came out of New York. First time we heard it, those were our influences. So you got Fat Boys beatboxing, watching that shit on TV, the Fat Boys movie, and we was just doing what they was doing, beatboxing. We was always rapping because that was our. It was nigga. It was Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird era of basketball. Those are who you looking up to.
Right.
Football. It was, you know, fucking L with John Elway and Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and all that late '80s, early '90s shit. And then the music wasn't nothing but East Coast.
What was the
So
Kansas?
we was already doing it. Fat Boys, Run DMC, EPMD, Rakim, and Method Man, Redman, them, like, that was all that was available at that time.
Who
Run
was the
DMC Christmas album and shit.
who was the first local Kansas City artist that you heard and said, "Holy shit, nigga, we got niggas here doing this shit"?
Ray D.
Who?
Ray D. Think he had some shit called
Ray
Under
D.
Pressure.
Yeah, Ray D. His name
A
done
song
popped
called
up.
Under Pressure.
His name done popped up
Under
before.
Pressure. Yeah, Under Pressure. But, you know, it was at a time when I was still, I think, younger than the listening age for the music that he made. So it wasn't something that was for me, but it was something I heard being around other people.
Right.
And in the early days, in the early teens, you know, you had Rich. Of course, he's a pioneer. You know, I know other people was doing shit, but I'm talking about what touched me because of his lyrical content that I heard first was like Swell L shit. And, you know, it was them niggas before anybody else that was really on some
Swell
street
and
shit.
Rich.
But, man, of course. But, you know, it was the Mass Acres and,
Mass Acres.
man, it's somebody I'm forgetting. I'm sorry I didn't pay homage to him today, but it's been that was 30 years ago. Sad to say a nigga done. Well, I
No,
guess
it's
it's a good and bad thing, but nigga, that was 30 years ago.
yeah, I want to try to squeeze as much history as I can out of every nigga from the town as we can get, because we got a
Man, it was a
history.
lot of people. There's a lot of people. I mean, Black Walton was recording shit
Right.
way back then too. You know
Black
what I mean?
Walt.
He didn't even gave Tech his name in the first place. And so that shit came out of Black Wall shit. He was really another one of the pioneers that was in this shit. Not even really a rapper. He always was nigga a P Diddy type nigga back then.
So we
Get the equipment, put the studio together, and put niggas who wanted to rap in this motherfucker.
we coming
Sell
up.
parties and all that shit.
So
My
before
shit. Let me answer your question though. My shit. We was already rapping. Everybody was a fucking rapper, really, at their house. Everybody sit around beatboxing, freestyled, and did that shit because it was the culture of the time. Everybody was doing break dance and watching B Street and breaking. Everybody was a fucking dancer. It was before niggas was too cool to dance and stood up against the wall. Everybody danced, nigga. everybody tried to sing and everybody tried to rap because that was the beginning of it. So that shit really influenced us a lot. So to get back to the story of where I was at that time in my life with the hustling shit, you go from 12, 13, and you get up to 18, 19, you done been locked up, motherfuckers done been in shootouts, all that kind of shit. You got all these charges, you done lived the life that I rap about, everybody talk about, but you really lived it, like really, really in it. Everybody that know you, bring my name up to a motherfucker that know and they ain't gonna have no clear. Yeah, that nigga was out there with the rest of us. I ain't saying nigga no better than nobody else, no more money than nobody else, but was a motherfucker actually out there active, you ain't gonna get nothing but yeses all the way across the board. So in playing that game, any real nigga that get in that shit, their whole goal is to get out that shit. Ain't nobody in that shit for life.
Right.
All the real ones, that got in to get out. They was looking for a way out of that shit.
Do you trip? do you give homage to the rap game for pulling you away from that shit, Scott?
JT, like this is when the independent shit kicked off in Kansas City. We always had this major love for the Bay or whatever for whatever reason. Anything came out of California, we accepted. We grabbed onto and held onto. At the time, the biggest nigga in the West Coast from the West Coast was JT, the bigger figure. And he had a song called "Come On In." Nigga, while the door is open, better run on in. There ain't too many other ways for us to stack some pay. So what he was saying was the rap game was the new way. Like if you niggas are still out there doing that, nigga, this the new hustle. He gave us the game. This is where you gotta be. That's what made Rich the Factor fly out there. Rich flew out there, man. I don't know the whole story, but legend is he flew out there with a brown paper bag, man.
Legend has it.
Nigga said, "Let me in." That's what the West Coast guys tell me when we was out there. But that thing right there was like, all right, I done caught a case.
How
they
many?
about to try to give me 15 years. What else can I do to make I didn't graduate high school at this time. I ain't got no GED. I ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of pistol or assault charges and this and that and drug. Like I'm all fucked up. What can I do to get out this shit before I end up dead or going to do life? And it was like, music. Let's give this shit a shot. So I did get locked up. When I got locked up, I had already went to school, went to Westport with Young Fee. Oh, Jeffrey Francis, Young Fee from the
shout
from
out
the
Young
major
Fee.
factor, my guy.
Yeah,
for life.
Fee.
And Fee was a year older than me, and Snug was like 2 years younger. So Snug was a freshman, Fee was a senior, I was a junior when we was all at Westport. So we was already tied. When I got locked up, I was doing music with a nigga from my hood who later on ended up snaking me. Who don't fuck with no more. He's somewhere in the gutter suffering, and we are prospering, but that's a different story. I'll leave him there. But I talked to Brim while I was locked up. We had some mutual people, of course, and I made sure I reached out. At the time when I was locked up in 99, this nigga Snug had one of the hottest songs that he had put out right before I left. He had Rich and Tech. He was the first nigga in Kansas City to ever put Rich and Tech on a song. Pay homage to Snug Brim.
Hold on, let's get this down. You said Snug Brim was the first artist from Kansas City to have Richard Factor.
Ever put Rich and Tech on the same song. It was called Mr. Steep Pockets.
Okay, we have to give it a song.
Runaway Records. They did their shit. When I heard it, I couldn't do nothing but be proud and say, damn, that boy cold. Like Snug style was Sebo-ish, but nobody in the country sound like Brim.
Whose idea was it for you and Brim to form a group?
It was mine while I was locked up. When I heard all the shit he was doing and all of the label turmoil he was having, you know, with the guys that he was with at the time, it was some family shit and some friend shit, and usually a lot of times that and business don't mix. They wasn't seeing eye to eye. I don't know all the details because it was all third party, but when I heard it, I put the word out to him to tell him when I get out, Me and him gonna link up. I'm gonna form the label. I'm gonna pay for everything. Let's just link up and do this group. And shit, we couldn't come up with no name. Somebody came up with Young Guns. So that
Right, I
first
remember.
album that we did was worth $1 million. Was Young Guns. And Icy Rock, the great Icy Rock, who started from the production side even before Don Juan. Icy Rock was the man in Kansas City that lit everybody shit up. It ain't nobody here that Icy Rock ain't touched.
Right.
That's another guy that needs more respect. Icy Rock started it all. He started everybody who's on Strange Music. Icy Rock started them. Period. Everybody came out of Icy Rock basement. But before
So
I get to that,
Icy Rock is a Dungeon Family type, metaphorically type.
Absolutely.
Everybody came out Dungeon Family.
Man, Icy Rock is Dr. Dre of the West of the fucking that's Dre. Every nigga that came out of LA, Dre touched them. Right?
Except
before
YG.
any of this new shit. That's what and he makes sure that he keeps saying that, but YG ain't on those guys' level who I'm talking about.
Saying, nah, but
which is why YG ain't made it to the level that they on, because he didn't get.
He might.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, they need to get it together over there.
He might want to go holler at that guy, but I mean, I love what they all do, but I'm saying it's something that you get when you fucking with the Oracle. It's something that he gives you. It's the shit that it's that Mr. Miyagi that you don't even know you learn until later on when you gotta apply that shit that you get from, somebody like Icy Rock. But
so Scat,
I put the play together. Reach out to Snug, everything good. We get out, we go see Rock. Snug is the guy who know everybody in the music industry. Keep in mind, I ain't a music nigga. Snug,
okay. So
he know the.
Let me hold on. Let me put this shit in perspective for my listeners, shit. Cause motherfucker, we gotta slow this shit down for me, shit. Cause niggas like to hear real sharp details now. This is some historical hip hop Kansas City shit. So let's put this shit in perspective. Skatterman, Snug Brim, the historical, one of the first groups to sign to Strange Music, and you telling me the first group. Let me get the terms from the first, and you saying Snug Brim is the music mind, and you the fucking business mind, basically.
There you go.
Okay, now come on with the story now.
That's it. Snug already know all these niggas.
I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know.
No disrespect to nobody who listening.
Y'all look like the blood version of the dog pound to me, for all I know. Yeah.
That's really what the comparison was. That 8-Ball MJG,
No, that ain't ball MJG, nigga. The blood dog pound, nigga. Hey, cause when you watch this shit back, I got a picture y'all blooded out, nigga. Catch up everywhere, nigga.
Man, that's what we do though. See, we rep it.
So man,
it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt that we was both, affiliated and from that side of the line. But to be 100, I didn't know none of them rap niggas. Man, a lot of them didn't have no bread. They wasn't from the streets. They rap. Like they lyricists. There's a difference between an MC who is lyrical punchlines and nigga, I ain't coming this motherfucker for no punchlines. Then you got a hustler that really been through that.
There you go.
I'm saying that he's telling stories. It's a difference between a storyteller and a nigga that's doing that's on punchlines and the skill set of the MC. There's a difference between an MC and a rapper. A rapper to me is a storyteller who's reliving and going back into shit he either been a part of or know about or whatever. An MC understands cadences of rap. How to count bars, nigga. I didn't know how to count no motherfucking bars. I know how to count some bread. I didn't know how to count no fucking bars. Somebody had to teach me.
So
that.
Snug Brim taught Skatterman how to count bars.
He did. A producer did. Icy Rock.
Okay. Oh, Icy Rock. Icy Rock taught Skatterman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's even more interesting. That's every artist got
their
story.
How to count bars. Yeah, Icy Rock taught me I mean, I was good with the rhythm because I could kind of guesstimate where it started. I knew when the beat changed, that's when the hook came, but I wasn't counting the bars. I just knew when the producer sent it, the beat sounded like this, and the hook part. Oh, okay, when the piano come in, or when the horns come in, that must be the hook.
Mm.
So, boom, I knew it, but I wasn't counting the bars. I didn't know none
Rapper
of that
shit.
shit.
Look at a big time. So how does it
Uh,
feel to be a hustler? How does it feel to go from being a street hustler out here grinding and getting it and smacking niggas around to sitting in a studio with speakers and an engineer learning how to
man,
count bars and shit?
it's weird because it's weird. It's weird to be honest because before him, I got to
Oh,
take it back. I forgot Eric Summers, man, white boy, Big E, white boy Eric Summers, who put me in contact with Michael Summers in the first place, that y'all now call the producer Seven, who's now multi-platinum on all these big albums, money stacked up and all of that shit. He was just little Seven trying to get on, making beats for us for $100, $150. That was
damn,
introduced
lowest I can get him was
from the
500.
popper. From the popper. So hold on, man. You fucking with you, man. You be pulling shit out of me that I done forgot some niggas. First of all, I
Shit.
gotta rewind, man. I left out DJ Fresh and the popper. Fuck that.
Okay.
I went to Bishop Hogan
This is before
sophomore
Strange. This is
year.
before.
Before Strange, bro. This is before all that shit. When I told my cousin who's a big brother to me, when I told him what I was trying to do, he said, I don't give a fuck what you do. If you gonna do music, you gotta go see this nigga, DJ Fresh and the Popper. You gotta go see them first. So this is when me and my homeboy from the hood is still rapping. We on some Southside roller shit. This is some shit that was never put out correctly or nothing. This is hood shit. I'm talking about, you know, Uzis and 38s and dope packs and shit in the studio. Smokers coming busting serves while we recording shit. This is the real essence underground of the
Income
when
the
we
street
did the
niggas.
Southside Rollers out. Yeah,
The
this is
street
that.
niggas are here, nigga.
Yeah, and we wasn't on no. It ain't no rap. It ain't no cadences in this motherfucker.
That's what the backpacker said, huh, Scat?
It's some AKs in this motherfucker, but it ain't no cadences in this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I said, you know, Popper them put us together, introduced me to a lot of people before I even got with Snug, but they wasn't rappers. They was just the producers, engineers like Eric Summers, what studio to go to, that kind of shit. So that was really my first rap introduction before I ever got with Snug. My shit was, you know, through them first. Through all the people Popper put me with. SG, my essay. SG,
Shout
Surgeon
out
General.
SG, goddamn it.
Yeah, I'm a, you know that shit coming back. SG, Big E, and Seven. That's like who was producing. And Cuckoo Bird, nigga.
Shout out Cuckoo Burbs.
Nigga.
Cuckoo
But way
Bird.
before it was ever a block life.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I
Way
tell my
before
nigga, keep
nigga
your
was a
head
block
up.
life. He was just Cuckoo Bird, nigga, making beats.
I remember
Nigga for
Cuckoo
chicken
Bird,
wings
nigga.
and
Nigga, I
for
remember
chicken
Cuckoo
wings
Bird.
and fix Henny and a 20 sack, nigga, get you a fire ass beat.
I remember Cuckoo
Back
Bird,
then.
nigga. For real.
So
That's
what I'm saying though, bro, before any of them niggas was on what they on, man, we was going to the dope house where Cuckoo Bird was serving it where that nigga made a sound booth in his shit. You go buy the beat, bust a couple serves while you there, and lay the
I've been
song,
in
nigga.
that booth, especially the one off Paseo.
That's come on, man.
y'all-
This even before Paseo.
Oh, okay. Because I'm talking late night.
This what I'm saying.
You still in the
Like
early.
if you put us all in a room, we'll give you the sauce. You know, some of that shit can be said,
So-
some of it can't. But I'm just saying, like before all of the rap part, the professionalism came in. You talking about raw niggas with drug trafficking actual cases out on motherfucking pre-sentence investigation, and they're rapping albums about the shit that they doing to get locked the fuck up.
So how many albums was it before everything took a turn?
Man, we did
for y'all before you know everything's about to blow up. Before
we did one album. Me and Snug did one album together, and that was it. We did Worth a Million, and I meant it when I said it. That was the album title I came up with, Worth a Million. Nigga, that's what I was on. That's what we was on, and we did 2 songs. The first time Chris Calico ever got on anybody's fucking album was with the nigga that I was with at first. They did a song called Lucifer while I was locked up. When I got out, we put Calico on Worth a Million, and that was the title track for the song, for the album.
Right.
And we did a song called Desperados. When that Desperado shit got to circulating around the city, this nigga Tech heard it. I don't know where he heard it. Icy Rock Studio, in the streets, wherever. This nigga sent motherfuckers from everywhere looking for us. Hey man, give it them niggas. Where them niggas at? Where these young gun niggas at? And he'd already knew Snug. So he was trying to reach Snug, but he couldn't. And one of the street niggas that we both was affiliated with found me and said, Tech wanted to holler at us, meet me over Icy Rocks. We get over there,
Wait,
like, man,
Scat, what year is this?
This is 2000. This is 2000.
2000.
This is the end of 2000, going into 2001, like around Christmas 2000, maybe January 01. The nigga damn near, like, back then, that nigga was like, he had been on Questions, Tupac, nigga on the soundtrack with Tupac, and Questions was out. So when you get this call, even though you in the spot, you making your money, when you get this word that Tech want to holler at you, you like, oh shit.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We got to get our motherfucking hood points here. Now you say you own the, when you get the call, the strange music want to fuck with Skatterman and Snug Brim.
It ain't no strange music yet.
Oh, ain't no strange music yet.
It ain't no such thing as a strange music yet. Tech is still on sign with fucking cute Quincy Jones them at the time, QD3 or something.
So you getting a call that he want to fuck with y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Continue.
But we don't get no details. Tech want to fuck with y'all. He want to holler at you. So we're gonna meet the nigga at Icy Rock Studio. And how I remember it,
shit getting juicy.
The nigga said he about to start a label. I'm about to start a label. And when I heard this Desperado, he started singing the shit. We Desperado, with them hollows. Only going like to get to see tomorrow. Nigga, I was doing melodic hooks in 2000, bro. That was the hook in 2000. This shit they doing ain't new. It's stolen, but that's another subject. The nigga heard it. He wanted to fuck with us. He said, we about to start a label. He's telling me about Travis. Man, I got this white dude, he cool. He own I think he said he had a clothing line and a furniture store at the time. I don't remember everything 100, but I do remember those 2 things. He probably had some other businesses too. But I recall him saying something about a furniture store and like a clothing line or something that he was doing with
Cause you always said you was there in the beginning. You always said mad, bro, and I hate to cut you off.
It's not no doubt.
You always said mad. I was there in the beginning. So,
nigga, when I say the beginning, ain't no strange, ain't no logo yet or none of that shit.
Okay,
when we have this conversation at Icy Rock's house, there is no such thing as strange music, the label yet. It was something that he was talking about going into partnership with this gentleman on who I don't know yet.
So you all got signed at the same time?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Tech is the label. So let me give it to you how it go.
Okay.
Tech and this guy, Travis, at the time, we don't know him, so I'm just saying this guy because of that. This guy's want to go in business. He don't tell us his name. He just tell us about him, and he say, but a label is more than one artist. I can't just do it by myself. Well, y'all signed into this situation with me, like, nigga, if I get on, nigga, you niggas is in. I'm telling you, I just need to know y'all with it if it go down. I really didn't want to do it right off because I didn't know enough about the music business or none of that. I know business, but I don't know this. At the same time, I had cases pressing, other shit, street shit happening, niggas getting knocked, family getting... A lot of bullshit was going on. So I told Snug, shit, if you with it, you know the nigga better than me. Like, I don't know the nigga from nowhere. I don't know him from the street or Philly. I don't know him. So I was like, Snug, if you comfortable with it, shit, you cool, I'm cool. He like, if it happen, let's do it. So they go do whatever business they do. They go to California. They link up with Mark Cerami, who used to own Priority Records. Priority Records. When I say Priority Records, I'm talking about Master P, all the No Limit shit, Ice Cube after he left NWA shit. Yeah, that Mark Cerami. I don't know how Trav put that together, but he goes and has a meeting with this guy. Evidently, things started moving in the right direction because they went ahead and formed the label, but there still wasn't no paperwork or no bread involved yet. They formed the label, time's ticking, shit going. This '01, we had a conversation. Shit was going slow, nigga. I go back to the street doing what I'm doing, Snug doing what he doing. We talking about recording another album. We actually working on something. We working on an album called Urban Legends. We done dropped Worth a Million. We working on Urban Legends.
Okay.
We not signed, bro. This is all out of this one right pocket that I got my hand in right now. Everything for Urban Legends had already been paid for and recorded.
What do you mean when you say everything?
The entire album of Urban Legends was done.
Okay.
We had already recorded the entire fucking album. Keep in mind, we cool.
So hold on. So was Urban Legends done before Tech Nine's first Strange Music album?
He was working on his simultaneously. However, the label still hadn't been technically formed yet. We're not on that label.
So Urban Legends was done. Urban Legends was done before Strange Music was officially a label.
There you go.
Okay. I didn't know that.
After the completion of the album, they finally, they heard we was doing it, and this is the honest to God truth from our side of it. Everything that was been said in their business conversations, we don't know. But what was said to us was, we gonna go shop this album with Tech's current album. Keep in mind, we all cool, so we are working together. We are featuring on your shit, you featuring on my shit, Cali on your shit, Cut on your shit, BG Bullet Wound on your shit, Grant Rice, all the niggas that surrounded the time is all in the studio, different studios at different times, just collaborating on some homie shit. I like how the chemistry, niggas had dope chemistry. We all rocking, but there is no label and no paperwork at this time when Urban Legends, the album is completed. Recording, there is no paperwork. None. They get the call, however that shit went, Tech says, hey, we going out here and talk to Mark Cerami. Can we take your album with us and shop the label Strange Music to them? Because it's easier to get a label deal with more people.
So you mean to tell me, hold on now. Slow down, niggas. A bunch of speed bumps in this conversation. Bunch of red lights and shit, nigga. So we had a fucking goddamn stoplight right now, nigga. Now you saying so Strange Music in the beginning, it ain't formed yet, right? They about to fly out to motherfucking LA, the land of milk and honey, to try to lock this deal in, to plug into the fucking industry. And they using the album Urban Legends as a project to say, this is some shit we cooking up right now.
Right there. Okay. Along with that, he's still the number one attraction.
Right.
Don't get it twisted.
Right. But the episode is about Skatterman though.
No, I'm just telling you to be 100. They can't sell him as a label. You got to have some more artists.
Right,
so the play is, all right, we got Tech's album. It's already done. Here you go. And this is our group that we got. And they also two solo artists. So we got them. This is their group album together. And then we also got two albums by them. You know how niggas don't put a two on a 10. Yeah, we also got a solo Scatter album and a solo Snug Brim album already over here cooked up. So what y'all want to do?
That's all I give niggas some shit. to add to
So
your
they go
bragging
in
rights as an artist, that's shit. All right, continue, my nigga. My bad.
So they go in that motherfucker and they come out with the bag and the deal and the however much they whatever that was, it been speculation. It was this number, that number. I don't give a fuck.
So
All I
how
know
many?
is the
So
came
it was
back.
just you. I hate to cut you off again. So it was just. So it was just you and y'all, just Tech and you and Snug Brim as a group, and that's it.
There is no Chris Calico at this time, as far as an artist that even has an album together, and that's not even in the picture.
Okay.
There is no Cut Calhoun album cooking up or none of that at this time. Not at all.
So what dropped?
These were just add-ons to our albums, letting you come in and do a verse, and you come in because niggas was dope. Can't take nothing from Cut been have BG and them still been. So let me throw BG Bullet Wound's part in there. My partner Tattoo, who was his family, he was bankrolling BG's album, and BG's album was also pretty much done at that time. That was also added to that pot. That there was put on the table as possibilities of this whole Strange thing, right?
Right.
So you got BG Bullet Wound album because it's completed, Urban Legends album completed, and Tech's album completed as what it appears to be the package.
It's Angelic, right? We're talking about Angelic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There was no paperwork at that time when that deal actually happened. So the deal happens, right?
Right.
Come back. He got the deal. Now it's time to sit down at the table and technically sign niggas. So the first person to sign, once again, I don't know what Tech and Trav did amongst themselves because I know he's a partner as well. I don't know if he also signed as an artist as well. That I don't know. But if he did or didn't, outside of him, the first motherfucker to sign a contract with that name at the end of that motherfucker with that logo was me and Brim. That's it.
Outside
our deal, right? And our deal was different because our leverage was different. We're not an artist that record labels pay to record the albums for their artists, right? They pay for their studio time, they features, come on, all that shit, right?
Right.
You're talking to a nigga who got his own bread tied up in this motherfucking album, so it's about to be a different negotiation at the table.
Yeah, man, so, and that's, I mean, and people need to know that in the early stages, like even on the local independent scene, we got artists who had leverage before they signed record deals. Everybody just, you know what I'm saying? I think that's...
This was wrong with these niggas, though. You don't got no base. We was in the hood pressing up 1,000, 2,000 CDs running through the city, giving that shit away. We was running through the city giving that shit away, man. Putting the dope out on the streets. It ain't no different. If you a new nigga in a new neighborhood and you got some dope and don't none of the smokers know you over there, the first thing you got to do is cut you off of 5 grams, 7 grams or something, chop that shit down in pieces and write all your phone number on brown little pieces of brown sack paper and shit and run around the neighborhood and catch the smokers and say, what's up, man? My name so-and-so, man. This is what I got. You like that shit? Hit me. Right? It's the same game. You got to get that shit away, let a motherfucker know it's fire. So I don't know anything else at the time. I don't know anything about promotion and marketing and all of this shit that I know now. All I knew was this is how we do it on the street. So why won't it correlate to music? Let's just do it that way. Let's press up all this shit we recorded and go give it away and tell motherfuckers this is who we are. And that's what we did with that Worth a Million album. And that's how that shit got to Tech in the first place. And how that whole thing kicked off.
So it's 2001.
Nah,
it's 2000.
Yeah.
And
this is 01 when the album when we started recording Worth the Will. Hold on. Before, that was 03. By the time we got done, nigga.
Okay. I'm moving because
it was 03.
We been going, so I'm just trying to. I'm moving too fast. Okay, so shit didn't pop right off. My bad. Shit didn't pop
No,
right
it
off.
took
Okay.
it took a while. Which another thing, niggas gotta learn some patience, and I didn't have none. So I kept grinding. Bro was doing his thing or whatever, but I was in a kind of a different position, so I just always
Bro
agreed
was
shit,
doing.
you know?
Hold on. What you mean by bro was doing his thing?
Snug. Snug was also, on his side of town hustling and doing what he was
I thought
doing.
no.
But our agreement was that, you'll handle this side of things and I'll handle that side. Like when it comes to the artists and all that shit.
I thought you meant something else. So in the
No.
so in the beginning, okay, so y'all signed the Strange.
We signed, but our deal different because
right,
of the
y'all
money.
deal's different. Y'all deal's different.
It's not a regular like artist deal. It's like a.
Do you think you're the only artist at Strange Music that ever had a different deal outside of the standard?
I'm definitely the first, and I would say probably
hold on.
so.
You said you the first.
I'm definitely the first.
Okay, let's give him some big balls. Hold on, let's give him some big. Hold on, my bad, man. Let's give him some big ball shots. Big ball shots.
And when I say that, bro, it ain't even no tough. It's not no extra shit.
Lek one. Okay. So Scat.
When I say that, it ain't even like no boosie shit, no cap shit. I'm just saying it on the strength of.
We want the truth, brother.
It was done differently because of you already had something to bring to the table. So that means if I gave them niggas 5%, then I got at least give you 10 because you done already did this work.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You can't give me what you get him because I did my own shit.
Okay, so it didn't pop right off. So now Strange Music about to drop Angelic. This is so they got the label together. At some point, he had y'all all in the room and said, "Hey, we need everybody to push this project. This is the motherfucking flagship. Let's go." Now, tell me what that was like, just in the beginning when everything was just the beginning, fresh. Let's go,
nigga. We was excited because we knew. We was excited because we knew whatever his shit did affected all of us. So what I was seeing was like everybody was all hands.
Hold on, Scat. That's important right there because that's a good value. Say that again. You knew that
it was important to all of us because we knew
what he
move all that. Whatever he did was gonna affect all of us.
Man, that's sad.
That album did well. That shit was like a domino effect. Everybody's shit was gonna do well, or at least we had an opportunity to do.
Why you correct yourself? Oh, that's a good little, you said, or opportunity. Yeah. Does the domino Scat, does the domino effect guarantee that every artist is gonna do well?
It don't guarantee a motherfucking thing. It guarantee you'll get a shot. Because you part of the you part of the shit. We all on the court. This nigga done went out and, put us up 5-6 points. So nigga, when we pass you the ball, you'll get a shot. You make it or you miss it. Right. But you will get a shot based on his performance.
Damn, Scat.
And we understood that. So, to be 100, this nigga turned real street niggas into motherfucking street teamers. Nigga, we was out passing out flyers. Niggas was coming home from the joint. We had our partners and shit like, hey, boy, pass out these motherfucking Angelic flyers. Man, you know how hard it was to get them niggas to get behind Tech with that fucking angel outfit on or whatever the fuck it was. Like, his image that shit wasn't conducive to what a hood nigga, street nigga wanted to represent. Right. So as much as everybody on this dick now, and it's Tech, bro, it wasn't like that then. We had to fight niggas to accept him because of his image. He's always been dope. But niggas wasn't feeling that shit back then. The red hair and all the shit he had going on at that time, niggas wasn't fucking with Tech, bro. Niggas was telling us we stupid for being over there with him. Like, why would y'all, with y'all music and y'all image and who y'all know and what y'all known for, nigga, Snug tired down there.
I mean, but
Snug's heavy on that gang shit. That nigga tired in that gang shit heavy. Always has been. Nigga, I was tired in the streets on that work and that bread. Nigga, everybody knew so it didn't fit at the time. Like what he was doing and us being there didn't make sense. So it was hard to get that support. But you had niggas like T. Will from the Road Dogs, George Forte, niggas like that, helping with his street campaign.
Shit, but
Niggas, his wife's nephew and them, Corey's nephews, Roy and Ralph and all of them, like niggas driving up and down the street for miles and miles, city to city to city, in cargo vans, passing out this nigga flyers and all of that shit. That nigga had support because we all was counting on that shit to pop for everybody. We thought it was for everybody.
why you think?
We didn't know.
Why you think? Do you think it's different now? Do you think now niggas in the hood accept a more animated image than they did back then?
Nope. I think niggas is on a nigga dick because a nigga got money. And that ain't never changed. Anytime you got money, motherfucker accept anything.
So what
you
about
do
the
when
way
you
the
got your
rappers
money.
look now? I mean, shit, the way rappers look now, these niggas is, I mean, you know what I mean? Or you think it's just a
They
cultural
not.
thing?
Because now but they accepting boys that want to be girls now though, man. You know what I mean? Like niggas is, you got Dwayne Wade on the thing talking about his son is his daughter and shit like that. Like just the state of the union has changed. I ain't knocking it one way or another. What I'm saying is because the times have changed, different things are acceptable now that wasn't acceptable in 99, 2000, 2001. And I'm not saying in the masses, Travis and Tech had a great plan, which was we're going after an alternative fan base. They wasn't really trying to infect the hood. But the thing about music is it don't matter how many records you sell, as you see. There's a difference between how the city feels about one of our rap gods and then how the city feels about our other rap god. There's one that niggas is gonna live and die for and die about and rep it to the death, and there's one that they gotta respect because of his numbers. That's a different thing, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's one of them
It just
that is Kansas City. It don't matter who you ask. Who you riding down the street, what you listening to, what you gonna hear at the gas station. I'll wait.
based on, that's what I'm about to say. I was about to say, but I was about to say it's based on perspective. And since we speaking on a city, if Kansas City was a person, yeah. I mean,
everybody sound like this, man. Shit. Oh yeah. It's like, yeah.
Slapping out, turn my slap up, man.
Come on, man. When you so let's say it like this. I believe Michael Jordan, the greatest to ever play the game. Then you can say, as far as who changed it, the way it's played, Steph Curry is the most influential to me. Because now the whole fucking league is threes. Niggas don't play big man ball no more. Basketball started with the center. You throw the ball down low. You pound the motherfucking ball down low. The big man, Shaq, dunk. Ain't no Shaqs no more. They irrelevant. Everybody got to be able to shoot that 40-footer, man. Steph changed the fucking game. He ain't the greatest. He changed the game. Influence. So one of them is more influential, in my opinion, to our city overall, how we are, and the other one has had more number success, more, you know what I mean? If you start looking at that kind of shit, you can say you had more records, but you got more influence or vice versa for the city itself. That's a debate we can have on another show anytime. But I just brought it up just to say.
But no.
I think it's a great debate for all of us that done music to have, so everybody can have what they think and why.
I definitely
but
think
niggas got to be able to say they why. Because if you go off of this, then it's this person. But if you go off of that, then it's that person.
Well, I just can say that I think it's definitely a different episode, but I can say this. I can say in both Rich the Factor and Tech Nine, as in the last 20 years, if you a rapper from Kansas City, if you can't look at either one of them, or if not two, and learn how to do something with your fucking music career,
Man, them
then
niggas
you a
both play the
fucking
whole
failure. You a
hell of
fucking
look.
failure.
Them niggas both lay the hell of a blueprint.
I'm just
And
saying.
it's a different blueprint. They both laid a hell of a blueprint. I still got a blue cassette tape right now with that nigga's name on it, man. And I don't even like blue. I don't even wear blue, but I still got that blue cassette tape. Goddamn it.
Me as a
shit.
I know. I mean, I learned from both Strange Music and I learned more from Strange Music than I did from Tech Nine, and that's not to take nothing from him because it's just because of my age and
the business model.
Yeah. Because I had to be a master P, an artist, and a CEO. So my story is a different episode too. But I'm just.
But hold on, let me not cut you off, but let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
While we was going there with the whole 04 and the Mo whiskey, Mo weed, nigga, fuck the city up, but not just fuck the city up. Nigga hit the Billboard charts, radio charts, single sales charts, and all that shit.
Yeah,
and had nobody from this motherfucker done that. Nobody in this motherfucker in Kansas City, period, done that still.
I got my daughter on this. I got my daughter on this monitor, Scatter. She wake up, nigga. We got to do a part 2. I'm just sliding.
It's all good.
Keep going though, nigga.
But that's what make us relevant. So when they start talking about names and I don't see our name there, and they start doing that, for one, I never was the Boosie nigga that wanted to come Jeff with the DJs and be at his party so he'll play the records. Because I didn't come from music. I didn't even understand the politics of that.
Man,
like them niggas was weird.
When we heard y'all shit on the radio, that Mo shit, I mean, we was crying. We was like, bro, because we was like, we didn't want to believe y'all was sounding strange because we was just like, because y'all wasn't like text imagery like so. But when we found out,
that's what I'm saying.
And we was just like, God damn, this nigga shit is like all over
everywhere.
Yeah. I remember that shit like yesterday.
Niggas from my cousin was stationed in Hawaii, and a nigga called me, nigga, you on the radio in Hawaii? I'm cool, I'm calm. Yeah, I know, nigga.
Bro, you snudging this shit, man.
But on the inside, though, a nigga felt like a kid in a motherfucking candy store, and you thought that because of that, it was instantly everything else was just automatic. But you don't know till later that it takes a whole lot more follow-up. It takes a lot more bread. It takes a lot more, a lot more shit. And image is everything. Being a small label, like that's another conversation as well. What I do want to say is that that's what we brought to the table. So that's one side of the story. That's what we brought to the table was the street credibility, those connections, that street music, that shit niggas wanted to listen to. That was in that time frame. That was like the culture right then. It was the gang drug culture because that was really what it was, right?
Would you consider y'all formula one that worked?
The formula of me and Snug, or the formula of us and the label?
I mean, y'all had a song on the fucking radio.
Our chemistry is awesome. Me and Snug ain't talked in a couple of months since I called him for his birthday. He called me for mine. But I guarantee we gonna get in the lab tomorrow, nigga. We gonna put some shit together that niggas is fucking with. Our chemistry that's just organic. We had it from day one for whatever reason.
Hey, we're gonna have to do a part 2, Scat. We're gonna have to squeeze this choose up segment in here real quick. I hate to cut you off.
It's all good.
Cause we're gonna have to do a part 2. Cause this shit too
oh man, we done left out so much shit, man.
This bitch too juicy just to let her walk off. So Scat, we got this.
Before you go, man, I got hold on before you choose up.
I ain't about to go.
All right.
Go ahead though. We ain't about to go. Go ahead though.
No, I was gonna say, man, we brought that to the table, but they brought the structure, the policies and procedures, the shit that you gotta have to really make it. That's what Travis O'Gwen bought to the strange music, and Tech bought the
was
music.
Rick James coming to Motown, basically.
There you go. Like he had a business sense and a savvy that could take what you doing and that same $10 you was getting ready to go charge and be happy with, he'll go get 100 for it. He's still gonna give you the 10 you wanted, but that ain't on that's on you.
Y'all was
You
the
know what I
Howlin'
mean? He gonna go
Wolf.
get 100 for it. There you go. There you go. Real shit to the Cadillac Records. That's real shit.
For some reason I'm echoing on your end. Hey, but anyway, Scat, we got this segment of the show. We gotta, to anybody that's gonna watch this back, and this shit is all pre-recorded too, Scat. We not live on Facebook. This shit is all pre-recorded. We definitely coming back with a part 2.
Got to, because we didn't get into none of the man, we still gotta have the word on the street album.
It's the beginning.
The sucker duckers, the niggas sucker duckers charge. Yeah, but let's go to the choose up. What we choose?
Yeah. Hold on. Well, okay. Yeah. We got you. You can plead the fifth, man, or you can choose up. Let me get my motherfucking theme music going. Can you hear that theme music?
Yeah, I hear the theme music, man.
Let me bring the theme music back, man. So we rolling in this 84 Cutlass and shit, right? 2-door, pearly white, maroon guts. And then shit, we just ride. And this is the part of the show where niggas just choose up. I'm just gonna throw 2 things out there, 1 or 2, like a Big Mac or a quarter pounder. You know, you just gotta just choose up, or you can plead the fucking fifth. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Nino Brown or Ghost from Power?
And I gotta go with Ghost, man.
Okay. Colors or the movie Warriors?
Warriors all day.
Okay. All right, nigga. Scarface.
All day.
Scarface or Ice Cube?
Ooh. Shit.
Stop the music.
Face Mob.
Face
Mob.
Okay. That was a good one. A Chevy Caprice or a Cutlass Oldsmobile, nigga?
Oh man, 72 Cutlass all day.
Okay, 72 Cutlass. I thought you would have said a Chevy Caprice.
All day.
So on this versus shit, bro, 3-6 Mafia or a Bone, really?
Man, both the motherfuckers was whack. There ain't no pleading the fifth. I don't even see the purpose of doing that shit. Niggas. Trash and trash. Niggas, trash and trash. Hey. They need to stop doing that shit. Trying to revitalize niggas' careers with that shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Let's get it, nigga. Sanford Son or Good Times, nigga?
Ooh. Damn. Gotta plead the fifth on that one.
Oh, this nigga gonna plead the fifth,
bro. I take the 5 on that. I can't do George and Weezy. Like, I can't do JJ Evans. No JJ, I can't do him like that.
You can't pick between Sanford and Son and Good Times?
Man, Good Times was like what you supposed to pick, but you Red Fox, man, started all of this shit. He started. Ain't no Kevin Hart's or none of them niggas, Bernie Macs or none of them Eddie Murphys or none of them niggas without Red Fox.
All right. He plead the fifth. Lick shot one time. All right, Skatterman, in your opinion, and you gotta give me somebody, who is the wackest rapper on earth?
Damn, that's fucked up. One of them down south niggas. I know that. They can't rap for shit.
Oh, no, you got them blanket. Damn, bro.
One of them mumbling niggas. They keep singing. They keep trying to sing.
You gonna tie mumble to the south?
Man, one of them niggas that's mumbling with that shit on their voice all the time.
Migos is not mumble rap. Migos is not mumble.
They are. No, they are.
Okay.
I mean, I don't get them niggas no A or nothing, but
and we got to get a South something too, man. I can't get canceled in the South, nigga.
No. I am Southern.
Okay.
I live there. I am Southern. I am the South, but I'm saying that's who started that bullshit down there with all that playing with that goddamn trying to beat T-Pain and they just fucked up the game. Nigga, let
Okay.
that shit go. I want to hear your voice.
Okay, let's keep it moving, Scat. Karate Kid or Last Dragon, nigga?
Last Dragon, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Okay,
Last Dragon.
Denzel Washington or Wesley Snipes, best fucking actor. Pick one.
Ooh. Best actor is Denzel.
Okay.
More likely to go out and smoke with me is Wesley Snipes.
Who had the better album cover? Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, or Too Short's Short Dog in the House?
Fuck. God damn it, man.
Nigga, that's a fucking OG moment right now, nigga. We having a fucking
Man, I gotta go with the original. I'm an OG nigga. I gotta go with the show dog, man. Nigga inspired us.
Hey, niggas is sleep. Niggas.
Hey, he had that Barricks on the cover. Niggas don't even know what a Barricks is.
Bro, Snoop got that Doggy Style idea from Short Dog. And we can at Snoop, and I guarantee he agree.
Yeah, I always fuck with the origin, man. It got to start somewhere. That's why I say before I go, strange music is not my house.
All right, we got one more.
But I put the bricks on the foundation with some other niggas that don't get mentioned at all in none of the interviews by none of them now that it's built. Every house stands on a foundation. It ain't pretty when it starts. It starts with a foundation before you start framing up shit and putting windows and roofs on and all that. Start with a foundation. I got bricks in the foundation of that motherfucker, and I ain't gonna let nobody take them from me.
Are we talking about
give me my Jersey Duke
okay.
of the strange music empire. It's not my house, but I helped to build the foundation.
You said you helped build the foundation of strange music.
I said it is not my house. I don't own it, but I am one of the niggas that laid the bricks of the foundation, and it ain't no house without a foundation. Is what I see.
Do you think that makes sense? How you even building houses now, even after life after Strange?
Absolutely.
I think that was preordained.
Man, I learned so much from there, bro. Like that was one of the best learning experiences I ever had. I don't have no malice, no hate for nobody there. We don't got no beef. Don't nobody owe nobody no money. Like we all good. The niggas decide to continue to go left, and I don't make left turns. I just keep going straight. So everything's good. But yes, I mean, I think that place I learned a lot. I mean, business acumen, how to write everything down and stop trying to remember shit. Just watching, like Travis, he did a lot of shit, bro, that I still use today. But some people are profit over people, and some people are people over profit. And those two people don't mix, regardless of who's who.
Say that again. Say that again, Scat.
Sure, some people are people over profit, and some people are profit over people. And those two kind of characters don't mix.
That's deep shit. So you
I'm a people person. I'm people over profit. Fuck that money. I'll make some more.
Oh, we got to give you some on your choose up too, nigga.
Damn right.
And I forgot one last one. Gina or Pam?
Come on, man. Pam.
Y'all make some noise for Skatterman, bitches. So Scat, how long was it after, and like you said, it's no malice, how long was it after you left Strange Music before? I mean, did you really, did it, so I guess you never, go ahead.
It took me, when we left, the nigga did kind of leave hostily as far as what was going on. I'm not saying it to the point of where it was like, you know what I mean, gunplay type shit, but it was an immediate evacuation of the building type shit. Like, it's time to make this shake right now. I see this moving in a way that I'm uncomfortable with. We fulfilled our obligation. Let's cut this tie and not drag it out. Shit, it was a mutual decision to let that happen. You know, it wasn't no problem.
So
It
you
still
never
ain't no
tried to
problem.
pursue being on another record label. You just said you're gonna stay independent,
Nah.
basically.
I learned enough to know that the label don't give a fuck about you, man. The label is about a label, any label. The problem is when I was on that label, I thought it was just Travis and it was a him thing. So it was a few years where I felt a certain way about him and how business was done there. I gotta admit that. But as I matured and learned more about music, he was just operating as all labels operate, which is profit over people. And it's not him. That's the game. So as I learned the game, I knew I didn't want to be a part of another label because it's a label's job to make sure the label eats and that the label is successful. It's not their job to make sure that the artist is okay.
I mean,
which
they
is why
can.
They can, but it's not their job.
Right.
Which is why I'm moving into.
I mean, Suge
music
Knight
now.
said he made sure all Death Row artists was okay. You know, I mean, I'm just saying. You know, bought them houses, took care of medical bills.
Yeah. He did some other shit too, but
I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit comes with the territory, so you know.
But I mean, it's still a way to get that done. It ain't your house if I buy it in my name.
How did you? So how you get into flipping houses, man? Was you always into flipping houses? Why before Strange?
Yeah. So some of my street shit I had learned about like 98, 99. My uncle was always doing construction, and I liked doing it and all that, whatever. So I was already buying and selling houses, flipping houses before we actually got that contract signed in '04. I started bought my first house in like 99. So I was already into that shit. When I signed with them, I was already living in a big bad motherfucking Elite Summit. I was already in the suburbs, already 3-4 cars in the driveway, kids already in private school. I was already up. When I signed with them, I was already where everybody else was trying to be. I was already MTV Crib ready before the contract got signed.
Right.
Shit, I was ready.
Yeah, you've always said that. You've always
shit,
said that.
Shit, it's 100. Shit, check it. You can't. These niggas out here making up shit. You can check my shit. Check the history. I invited them all over. Come over, come see my shit. I'm gonna show you how it goes. Fish tanks in the wall and shit like that. In 99, 2000, before the motherfucking planes hit the thing, I was already fish tanked in the wall with the koi pond in the backyard bro, I've been on this shit.
Could you speak at a class? Could you speak to kids about getting into that business if you was invited to
yes. So what I already have youth cred. My youth cred organization is financial literacy for kids and teaching them about credit, understanding what it is, how to build credit, and how to use credit for leverage to buy assets. I also got the Flip My Hood book that's already written, being published by a major publisher that'll be out in April of this year.
Hold on. You said Flip My Hood. You got a book coming out called Flip My Hood.
Sir.
Okay, get my nigga
Yes,
some,
sir.
nigga.
Yes, sir. And that shit it's a play on words. One,
right.
Flipping the houses in your neighborhood that's fucked up and getting out here, but also flipping the hood. How many guys that I put up on this real estate business? How many niggas that was in the streets that I went to like, hey boy, you can do something different with your bread. Give me 5,000 on this house over here. I'm gonna give you 10 back when I sell it.
It took me
just to show you know what I mean, what it can do.
It took me a while. It took me a while to figure out what was going on when you first started recording that shit on your Instagram. I couldn't figure out if you was like working, if you was recording, if it was a reality show going. I was like, then I just sat back one day. I was like, man, this nigga fucking flipping fucking houses, bro. That's what I called you that day.
Yeah.
When you was
right.
you said put some nigga in a ditch or some shit. And I was like, man, I was like, only a nigga that's doing some high ranking shit can even joke about say some shit like that on the fucking job.
Oh yeah, man. You know, niggas gonna stay in a position to be a boss, but I stay prayed up. Nigga believe in my faith strong, and then I got an unwavering, belief in my ability to do any damn thing. So I just put my mind to shit
So
and go
explain.
get it done.
So what exactly? So you flip houses, but the shit I saw at McDonald's and shit that shit wasn't no house. Yeah, I was like some like
No, I
business
got a
type shit.
construction company. I got
Okay,
a construction company too, Landis Construction Company.
break that shit down
Um,
for me.
well, when I was flipping houses, I had to pay another contractor that know how to do the drywall, the windows, and the roof to come, and I paid him 30, 40,000, whatever it costs to do all the work in the house, and I sell it and get my profit. As I was seeing how much I was paying those people and how much they were making off me, I started getting calls from family and friends like, "Hey man, I see your house over there look good. Can you have them come do my roof? Hey, you got somebody that can do my plumbing fucked up. Can you send somebody over here for my plumbing?" I started becoming a referral guy for these niggas, and they making money, and I wasn't making none. So I said, I'm gonna start my own company. Put all of them that been working for me that I've been paying under me. So when somebody calls me, I'll send them out there and get to work. And when they do get paid, that's me getting paid. I pay them. They charge me 10,000. I charge you 11. I take my whatever that number may be. Then you know what I mean. Now they're working under me versus them having their own thing. Then I started hiring in-house people, and now I got my own team. But when you saw me, I was actually working under somebody else's contract who has the contract to do those McDonald's in the airport and all these big contracts. And he basically paid my company or me to come in and bring my guys to help them finish a contract.
Mm.
So that's what it was. And that's that big shit. And I say, they talking 10, 15 million, 50 million,
So what
$70
you
million
so what you
project.
get to do? Just walk around in a hard hat and shit, nigga, on your phone and shit all day, nigga.
That's right. Tell niggas what to do. Tell,
Hold on, let me get
tell niggas what to do.
Hold on,
Tell
no
niggas
shit.
what to do and what not to do, you
Oh
know,
man,
and get to learn shit you don't know. Like nigga, I ain't never fucked with no crane before, but going up to the airport on his job that he won, I learned that whole situation. Fuck with the crane operators, understand. Okay, this is what rigging is. This is how you get these big ass 30-foot pieces of glass off of this flatbed trailer and put them up in place. Now, when I'm at the airport and I'm looking out this window, I know that my guys, I got my fingerprints on that motherfucker before it ever got put in.
mm.
That's bigger than rap. That's bigger than trap. It's bigger than all that. That's why I keep saying it. It's bigger than rap and bigger than trap.
Yeah,
If
my
these
brother, he
niggas
do
is
houses.
making, bro, if you can do a house, you can do a building. So if a house sell for 100,000, 150,000, nigga, this building gonna sell for 3 million, 4 million. It's the same drywall. It's the same principle. Things are different, but the principles are all the same. If you can
Mm.
flip a house, you can flip a fucking building. And if you can flip a building, you can flip a whole neighborhood.
All right, Scat, I'm had to get up off this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man. Hit me when you're ready for part two, man.
Yeah, hold
I'll be
on
ready for
before
you.
we got one more. Before you go, you gotta let my fans know if you were stranded on an island doing a whack rapper zombie apocalypse and you could only listen to 5 artists, who would they be?
Man, Pop, J, Face, T.I. Ooh, last one. Man, last one.
I'm about to say
Man, the
you had the
hard for
quickest
me to
one in
first
history,
choice,
nigga.
man. Oh, yeah, I already knew. Right off. Uh, man, I'm gonna go somebody unexpected, man. I'm gonna say 2 Chainz. I enjoy His punchlines, the wordplay, and how he do shit. He's entertaining. That's what I listen to.
That's crazy how everybody you named off, I can write them motherfuckers down. One syllables: Pac, Face, Mob, T.I., 2 Chain. Hey, y'all make some noise for motherfucking Skatterman, bitches. Hey, Scatter, I'm gonna get you off here. I'm gonna get this shit edited up, and I'll get with you, man, and let you know when the dope about to hit the streets.
Yes, sir. Holler at you, bro.
Okay, I got you, bro. I appreciate your
All
time,
right.
homie.
All right, bro. In a minute.
All right. Yo, that was getting to be interesting. I gotta piss like a motherfucker. I got to go check on my daughter. She laying down. Yo, it's the Run Your Mouth Podcast, episode 35. Skatterman, one of the first artists to sign the Strange Music. Hey, Kansas City, we got history here. If you don't know, now you know. My name is Matt Marlin. I'm your host, a.k.a. Mr. Run Your Motherfucking Mouth. We are... We are out.